Surah As-Sajdah, the Prostration. Hadith 301. Narrated Abu Hurairah, Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, said, Allah said, I have prepared for my pious worshippers such things as no eye has ever seen, no ear has ever heard of, and nobody has ever thought of. Abu Hurairah added, if you wish you can read, no soul knows what is kept hidden, in reserve, for them of joy as reward for what they used to do. Surah 32, Ayah 17. Hadith 302. Narrated Abu Hurairah, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, Allah said, I have prepared for my pious worshippers such things as no eye has ever seen, no ear has ever heard of, and nobody has ever thought of. All that is reserved, besides which all that you have seen, is nothing. Then he recited, no soul knows what is kept hidden, in reserve, for them of joy as a reward for what they used to do. Surah 32, Ayah 17. Surah Al-Ahzab, the Enemy Alliance. Hadith 303. Narrated Abu Hurairah, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, there is no believer but I, of all the people, I am the closest to him both in this world and in the hereafter. Recite if you wish, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, is closer to the believers than their own selves. Surah 33, Ayah 6. So if a believer dies, leave some property, then his relatives will inherit that property, but if he is in debt or he leaves poor children, let those, creditors and children, come to me, that I may pay the debt and provide for the children, for them I am his sponsor, surely. Hadith 304. Narrated Abdullah bin Umar, we used not to call Zaid bin Haritha, the freed slave of Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, except Zaid bin Muḥammad, till the Quranic verse was revealed, call them, adopted sons, by the names of their fathers. That is more just in the sight of Allah. Surah 33, Ayah 5. Hadith 305. Narrated Anas, we think that the verse, among the believers are men who have been true to their covenant with Allah, was revealed in favor of Anas bin An-Nadr. Hadith 306. Narrated Zaid bin Thabit, when we collected the fragmentary manuscripts of the Qur'an into copies, I missed one of the verses of Surah Al-Ahzab which I used to hear Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, reading. Finally I did not find it with anybody except Khuzaymah al-Ansari, whose witness was considered by Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, equal to the witness of two men. And that verse was, among the believers are men who have been true to their covenant with Allah. Hadith 307. Narrated Aisha, the wife of the Prophet, Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, came to me when Allah ordered him to give option to his wives. So Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, started with me, saying, I am going to mention to you something, but you should not hasten to give your reply, unless you consult your parents. He knew that my parents would not order me to leave him. Then he said, Allah says, O Prophet, say to your wives. Surah 33, Ayat 28-29. On that, I said to him, then why should I consult my parents? Verily, I seek Allah, His Apostle and the home of the hereafter. Hadith 308. Narrated Aisha, the wife of the Prophet, when Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, was ordered to give option to his wives, he started with me, saying, I am going to mention to you something, but you shall not hasten to give your reply, unless you consult your parents. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, knew that my parents would not order me to leave him. Then he said, Allah says, O Prophet, Muhammad, say to your wives, if you desire the life of this world and its glitter, a great reward, Surah 33, Ayat 28-29. I said, then why should I consult my parents? Verily, I seek Allah, His Apostle and the home of the hereafter. Then all the other wives of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, did the same as I did. Hadith 309. Narrated Anas bin Malik, the verse, "But you did hide in your mind that which Allah was about to make manifest," Surah 33, Ayah 37, was revealed concerning Zainab bint Jahash and Zaid bin Haritha. Hadith 310. Narrated Aisha, "I used to look down upon those ladies who had given themselves to Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, and I used to say, can a lady give herself to a man? But when Allah revealed, you, O Muhammad, can postpone the turn of whom you will of them, your wives, and you may receive any of them whom you will, and there is no blame on you if you invite one whose turn you have set aside, temporarily." Surah 33, Ayah 51, I said, to the Prophet, I feel that your Lord hastens in fulfilling your wishes and desires. Hadith 311. Narrated Mu'adha, Aisha said, Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, used to take the permission of that wife with whom he was supposed to stay overnight if he wanted to go to one other than her. After this verse was revealed, you, O Muhammad, can postpone the turn of whom you will of them, your wives, and you may receive any of them whom you will, and there is no blame on you if you invite one whose turn you have set aside, temporarily. Surah 33, Ayah 51. I asked Aisha, what did you use to say, in this case? She said, I used to say to him, if I could deny you the permission to go to your other wives, I would not allow your favor to be bestowed on any other person. Hadith 312. Narrated Umar, I said, O Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him. Good and bad persons enter upon you, so I suggest that you order the mothers of the believers, that is, your wives, to observe veils. Then Allah revealed the verses of Al-Ahzab. Hadith 313. Narrated Anas bin Malik, when Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, married Zainab bint Jahash, he invited the people to a meal. They took the meal and remained sitting and talking. Then the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, showed them, as if he is ready to get up, yet they did not get up. When he noticed that there was no response to his movement, he got up, and the others too got up, except 3 persons who kept on sitting. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, came back in order to enter his house, but he went away again. Then they left, whereupon I set out and went to the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, to tell him that they had departed, so he came and entered his house. I wanted to enter along with him, but he put a screen between me and him. Then Allah revealed, O you who believe, do not enter the houses of the Prophet. Surah 33, Ayah 53. Hadith 314. Narrated Anas bin Malik, I, of all the people, know best this verse of Al-Ahzab. When Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, married Zainab bint Jahash, she was with him in the house and he prepared a meal and invited the people to it. They sat down, after finishing their meal, and started chatting. So the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, went out and then returned several times while they were still sitting and talking. So Allah revealed the verse, O you who believe, enter not the Prophet's houses until leave is given to you for a meal, and then, not so early as to wait for its preparation, ask them from behind a screen. Surah 33, Ayah 53. So the screen was set up and the people went away. Hadith 315. Narrated Anas, a banquet of bread and meat was held on the occasion of the marriage of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, to Zainab bint Jahash. I was sent to invite the people to the banquet, and so the people started coming, in groups. They would eat and then leave. Another batch would come, eat and leave. So I kept on inviting the people till I found nobody to invite. Then I said, O Allah's Prophet, I do not find anybody to invite. He said, carry away the remaining food. Then a batch of 3 persons stayed in the house chatting. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, left and went towards the dwelling place of Aisha and said, Peace and Allah's mercy be on you, O the people of the house. She replied, "Peace and the mercy of Allah be on you too. How did you find your wife? May Allah bless you." Then he went to the dwelling places of all his other wives and said to them the same as he said to Aisha, and they said to him the same as Aisha had said to him. Then the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, returned and found a group of 3 persons still in the house chatting. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, was a very shy person, so he went out, for the second time, and went towards the dwelling place of Aisha. I do not remember whether I informed him that the people have gone away. So he returned, and as soon as he entered the gate, he drew the curtain between me and him, and then the verse of Al-Ahzab was revealed. Hadith 316. Narrated on us, when Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, married Zainab bint Jahash, he made the people eat meat and bread to their fill, by giving a walima banquet. Then he went out to the dwelling places of the mothers of the believers, his wives, as he used to do in the morning of his marriage. He would greet them and invoke good on them, and they, too, would return his greeting and invoke good on him. When he returned to his house, he found 2 men talking to each other, and when he saw them, he went out of his house again. When those 2 men saw Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, going out of his house, they quickly got up, and departed. I do not remember whether I informed him of their departure, or he was informed, by somebody else. So he returned, and when he entered the house, he lowered the curtain between me and him. Then the verse of Al-Ahzab was revealed. Hadith 317. Narrated Aisha, Sauda, the wife of the Prophet, went out to answer the call of nature after it was made obligatory, for all the Muslim ladies, to observe the veil. She had a large frame and everybody who knew her before could recognize her. So Umar bin al-Khattab saw her and said, "O Sauda! By Allah, you cannot hide yourself from us, so think of a way by which you should not be recognized on going out." Sauda returned while Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, was in my house taking his supper and a bone covered with meat was in his hand. She entered and said, "O Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him." I went out to answer the call of nature, and Umar said to me so and so. Then Allah inspired him, the Prophet, and when the state of inspiration was over and the bone was still in his hand as he had not put it down, he said, to Sauda, "You, women, have been allowed to go out for your needs." Hadith 318. Narrated Aisha, Afla, the brother of Abi al-Qais, asked permission to visit me after the order of Al-Ahzab was revealed. I said, "I will not permit him unless I take permission of the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, about him, for it was not the brother of Abi al-Qais but the wife of Abi al-Qais that nursed me." The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, entered upon me, and I said to him, "O Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him. Afla, the brother of Abi al-Qais asked permission to visit me but I refused to permit him unless I took your permission." The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "What stopped you from permitting him? He is your uncle." I said, "O Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him. The man was not the person who had nursed me, but the woman, the wife of Abi al-Qais, had nursed me." He said, "Admit him, for he is your uncle. Taribat yaminuki, may your right hand be saved." Urwa, the sub-narrator added, "For that Aisha used to say, consider those things which are illegal because of blood relations as illegal because of the corresponding foster relations." Hadith 319. Narrated Ka'b bin Ujra, it was said, "O Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him. We know how to greet you, but how to invoke Allah for you?" The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "Say, what means, O Allah, exalt the mention of Muhammad and the family of Muhammad as you exalted the family of Ibrahim. You are praised and glorious." Hadith 320. Narrated Abu Sa'id al-Khudri, we said, "O Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him. We know, this greeting, to you, but how shall we invoke Allah for you? He said, Say, what means, O Allah, send Salah upon Muhammad, your slave and messenger, as you sent Salah upon the family of Ibrahim, and send blessings upon Muhammad and upon the family of Muhammad as you sent blessings upon Ibrahim. Al-Layth said, Upon Muhammad and upon the family of Muhammad as you sent blessings upon the family of Ibrahim. Narrated Ibn Abi Hazim and Ad-Darawardi, Yazid said, As you sent Salah upon Ibrahim, and send blessings upon Muhammad and upon the family of Muhammad as you sent blessings upon Ibrahim and the family of Ibrahim. Hadith 321. Narrated Abu Hurairah, Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, said, Moses was a shy man, and that is what the statement of Allah means, O you who believe. Be not like those who annoyed Moses, but Allah proved his innocence of that which they alleged, and he was honorable in Allah's sight. Surah 33, Ayah 69. Surah Saba, Sheba. Hadith 322. Narrated Abu Hurairah, Allah's Prophet said, When Allah decrees some order in the heaven, the angels flutter their wings indicating complete surrender to his saying, which sounds like chains being dragged on rock. And when the state of fear disappears, they ask each other, What has your Lord ordered? They say that he has said that which is true and just, and he is the Most High, the Most Great. Surah 34, Ayah 23. Then the stealthy listeners, devils, hear this order, and these stealthy listeners are like this, one over the other. Sufyan, a sub-narrator, demonstrated that by holding his hand upright and separating the fingers. A stealthy listener hears a word which he will convey to that which is below him, and the second will convey it to that which is below him, till the last of them will convey it to the wizard or foreteller. Sometimes a flame, fire, may strike the devil before he can convey it, and sometimes he may convey it before the flame, fire, strikes him, whereupon the wizard adds to that word 100 lies. The people will then say, Didn't he, that is, magician, tell such and such a thing on such and such date? So that magician is said to have told the truth because of the statement which has been heard from the heavens. Hadith 323. Narrated Ibn Abbas, One day the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, ascended Safa mountain and said, O Sabaha. All the Quraysh gathered round him and said, What is the matter? He said, Look, if I told you that an enemy is going to attack you in the morning or in the evening, would you not believe me? They said, Yes, we will believe you. He said, I am a warner to you in face of a terrible punishment. On that, Abu Lahab said, May you perish. Is it for this thing that you have gathered us? So Allah revealed, Perish the hands of Abu Lahab. Surah 111, Ayah 1.